Rosa Parks was born the 4th February 1913 and died October 24, 2005. She was 92 years old. She was an activist in the civil rights movement, USA called the First Lady of Civil Rights, which means she was the woman that started civil rights movement and refused to move from the bus to a white man, James F. Blake. On December the 1st, 1955 in Alabama, where she was born, it wasn't the first time she had faced him. 12 years before, she had left his bus because she didn't want to pay at the front and then get off and get back from the back door, which was a rule at that time.
Civil rights movement was a movement whom Martin Luther King was one of the leaders. It was characterized by non-violent protest, which means they were against the violence, like Martin Luther King said, turn the other cheek around, which means they should ignore the violence, but the white people did against them. She was of African ancestry, though one of her great-grandfathers was Scotch-Irish and one of her great-grandmothers was a slave of Native American descent.
Rosa Parks wasn't the first one who refused to give up their seats. There were others that refused months before, but Rosa Parks was the first big case. After the boycott, she moved to Detroit from 1965 to 1988. She served as a secretary and receptionist to John Conyers, an African-American U.S. representative. She was also active in the Black Power movement and the support of political prisoners in the U.S. In her final years, she suffered from dementia, which is a general term for lost memory and other mental abilities. Her birthday and the day she was arrested became Rosa Parks Day. In 1932, Rosa married Raymond Parks, a barber from Montgomery, who was a member of NAACP, which was National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and then she became a supporter helping with fundraising.
On Sunday, the 4th December 1955, plans for the Montgomery bus boycott were announced. A black church in the area and a front-page article in the Montgomery Advertiser helped spread the word.
Bus boycott was about that black people should stop using buses so that only white people should, and then they will see what the community will do.
After a year, the community found out that the bus boycott is causing them a lot of money since they aren't a lot of people they are taking the bus, except the white people, but a lot of them have cars. The bus boycott lasted from 1st of December 1955 into the 10th of December 1956.
Jim Crow laws are laws that have been decided by the white community, which are about the white people that shouldn't be together with black people in public places. Some of the Jim Crow laws are:
it shall be unlawful for a Negro and white person to play together or in company with each other in any game or cards or dice, dominoes or checkers. Which means in this law you can understand that they don't want black people socializing with white.
marriages are void when one party is a white person and the other is possessed of 1/8 or more Negro, Japanese, or Chinese blood.
Which means they don't want white people marrying any other colored people.
Separate free schools shall be established for the education of children of African descent, and it shall be unlawful for any colored child to attend any white school or any white child to attend a colored school.
They even separated them in schools, and by that, the white people got more attention in school than colored.
All railroads carrying passengers in the state, other than street railroads, shall provide equal but separate accommodations for the white and colored races by providing 2 or more passengers' cars for each passenger train, or by dividing the cars by partition so as to secure separate accommodations. This law was decided in Tennessee in 1891. This law was made so that they wanted colored people and white to be separated in buses, trains, and metros, even though they take the same one.